The psychedelic revolution is here. If you want to integrate your visionary experiences into your purpose, get clear on your entrepreneurial path, and help people while you do what you love, then this podcast is for you. Welcome to The Psychedelic Entrepreneur, medicine for these times. I'm your host, Beth Weinstein. I'm a spiritual business coach, 3-time entrepreneur, and a lifelong student of psychedelics and sacred plant medicines. You carry your own unique medicine, and your medicine is what we need for these times. This podcast will help you to share your medicine so you can create transformation in the world. Listen in on conversations with psychedelic leaders, changemakers, and conscious entrepreneurs who are living proof that a better world is possible when you follow your heart and live in alignment with your soul. Welcome back to part 2 of building your psychedelic business from the ground up. Before we begin, I would like to remind you to please leave a review, especially if you're listening here on Apple Podcasts or on YouTube. Please leave a comment. I actually do answer all the comments. I would love to hear what you think, and if this has been helpful, feel free to download my free psychedelic business building gift on my website, bethweinstein.com. You will see I have 2 free gifts in the upper right-hand corner of my website. You can also check out my upcoming group business coaching programs. I have the True Path Entrepreneur Group Mastermind program that is open now. I am accepting enrollments until about mid-March, and then that's the deadline. I also have my 9-week intensive group business building program called You Are the Medicine. The deadline to join is this week. So this is my lowest investment program that I have, and it's the shortest amount of time, 9 weeks. And speaking of building your business from the ground up, that is exactly what I walk you through in my group intensive program. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what goes on in there today and what goes on inside also my mastermind program, because it's essentially the same process. The main difference is 9 weeks only versus a deep journey of 12 months where you really become an embodied business leader who can grow exponentially from then forward. But look, let's say you don't have 12 months to dedicate, or you're just not sure, you're just starting to explore and get clear on your business. Then the You Are the Medicine 9-week intensive program is for you. Here's what we go over. So the part 1 of this podcast was published a few weeks ago, and it was about, it was actually sparked by someone out there in the psychedelic space who I actually don't know personally, I've never met in my life, wrote me a direct message on Facebook saying, "Hey, Beth, will you refer people to me and I'll give you money back?" And this is for someone who's doing psychedelic work. And I was actually utterly shocked that she would ask a stranger for referrals to strangers to do psychedelic work. And it made me think, oh, okay, that's interesting. She's trying to strum up business for her psychedelic business. Why can't she just get clients all on her own? Why doesn't she know how to get clients without asking random strangers to send her clients? Especially, it's a little different. I have some affiliates that do affiliate work for my summit or some of my programs, but even then it's friends of mine, and I'm also not giving people psychedelics. So I want to just, shed some light on some misconceptions out there. There's this theory that if you have a psychedelic business, people will come because it's, getting popular, people are interested. But what I want to tell you is that's not actually true. You have to remember this, and this is what we go into in my 9-week intensive program and also in my mastermind. We live in a very noisy world right now. You are listening to a podcast right now or watching on YouTube or, maybe multitasking or driving. And maybe you've checked 3 other social media platforms today and checked your email multiple times and maybe read a few websites. Maybe even watched Netflix last night. Also dealt with like work at hand for whatever you do in your career, your business, dealing with friends and family. Maybe you manage a household, maybe you have kids. There's just a lot of energy in our world. And just keep in mind that just because you go and say, I have a psychedelic business now, doors are open, people will come. It's not true. You need to actually make sure that you're found by the kind of people that want what it is that you offer. not just anybody, not just 8 billion people on planet Earth, but more, who are your ideal clients and how are you going to really earn their trust so that they want to work with you and hand you over money and commit to, let's say, a long-term program paying you, thousands or hundreds of dollars per month. This is how to build a long-term sustainable business. But I will tell you, what happens is people come to me, and I've even had psychedelic assisted therapists, ketamine therapists, integration coaches, people who are doing microdosing coaching. They've come to me saying, I'm struggling to get clients. What's the problem? I thought everybody wanted psychedelics. And here's the problem. You need to learn this foundational piece to build your business from the ground up. And this is exactly what we go over inside of the 9-week intensive program. So first, this is a process I teach. It is step by step by step over 9 weeks. It's super simple. It does not cost you extra money. You do not need a website. You do not need to run ads. Please don't do anything like that. You don't even need graphics. You need nothing. This is a much simpler process. It's a path of least resistance to first get clear on what you want to be doing in your business. What is the clarity around your offering? What is your offering? Do you even have a core offering? And if not, that's what you will learn in this program, my 9-week intensive program. You will learn how to create, price, and package one core offering that your ideal clients want so that they actually are interested and, say yes to what you offer. But what happens is if you don't have this clarity in your offer, or maybe you think, hey, if I have 5 offers or 10 offers, it means I'll make more money. That's actually not true. And what it does is when you actually have too many offers, it confuses your potential clients. So you really want to hone in on who you are. What is it that you want? What is it your ideal clients want? Who are your ideal clients? What is it that they're struggling with? What is it that they want out of working with you? And also, what is your greater mission? So I have a whole diagram, which if I could figure out how to screenshot it, I would onto this podcast, but I don't know how to do that. But it's what I call the golden triangle. It's a diagram I've made that explains this into very simple terms, how you have to have all 3 in balance. What you want, what your ideal clients want, and what your larger mission is. Meaning, why even do this? Do you want to do underground psychedelic therapy because you think it's an easy way to make money? Or do you really want to help create large scale transformation on planet Earth by helping one person at a time? Do you want to become an integration coach or, microdosing coach, or integrate psychedelic integration into, for example, some of my clients, like healing religious trauma, healing sexual trauma, breath work, men's work, women's work, somatic work, embodiment, creativity. I could go on and on. So, what is it that you want to be doing and why are you called to do this in particular? If you could just go get a job at some company that pays you a great annual salary and you have everything taken care of, why are you called towards coaching, healing, therapy, or underground service? So it's having this really in balance and understanding what is your greater mission, because that becomes the beacon, the guiding light in your entire business. But, again, from the ground up, it's first about having clarity around the you piece. What is it that you want? What do you want to offer? How are you going to learn how to effectively communicate what it is that you're offering so that people want to say yes and will choose you over the thousands now, by the way, thousands of psychedelic integration coaches out there, or psychedelic assisted therapists, or psychedelic space holders? As this industry grows, it is actually growing exponentially fast. It's going to actually be more and more challenging for you to figure out how to call in clients and how to sign them and work with people on a long-term basis so that your business is truly supported. What happens is, yes, everybody's excited about decriminalization, legalization, but what's happening is it's actually, because there's now a gazillion training programs and lots of, whether it's underground or above ground, it doesn't matter, but therapists and space holders being trained. And then also, integration coaches, they're being trained left and right. I can't even count how many, like 20, maybe more integration training programs out there now. And there's a lot of people graduating from these every single, quarter. So what is going to make you stand out, and why should someone trust you to pay you the money to work with you? It's not, hey, I'm just going to have one session after this mushroom session I had. It's how do you actually help people create real lasting transformation in their lives? Because that is the entire purpose of working with the psychedelic in the first place. And this is why it's really important to really know how to effectively communicate so that you can actually start to build credibility and trust and connection with your ideal clients, meaning people that maybe they're not going to say yes to you right now, but they're trying to get to know you. They're starting to follow you. You build up a relationship, and then the day comes where they're ready to start working with you. But I'll be honest, the chances you're going to find a client who just randomly finds you on Instagram and then decides to sign up to your $7,000 program, tomorrow is actually very rare. It does take really knowing how to effectively communicate to a particular kind of person that says to themselves, this person is saying something that I haven't heard anywhere else, and they're speaking to me. And that is what you want to get to. You want your ideal clients to truly resonate with you and have this trust factor. So in this last episode I did about building your business from the ground up, part 1, someone I didn't know reached out to me and asked me to send her business. And honestly, no amount of money would give me an incentive enough to send random strangers to do psychedelic work. This is really deep level work you're doing. And that's why it's actually more important to actually hone in on your audience and know how to effectively communicate so that you are building this long-lasting trust and connection with the kind of people that you want to work with the most. It is not about who's the most popular on Instagram or who has the most TikTok views or likes or whatever it's called there. I don't even know yet. I barely go on there. But it's really about a deeper connection, because psychedelic work and integration work and somatic work, embodiment work, coaching, therapy, space holding, healing work, this is no joke. This is deep trauma you're dealing with, people's somatic, body, people's minds and their thought processes, including their limiting beliefs and their blocks and their doubts about themselves. You are dealing with the human experience. You are dealing with a soul that is not just the same as selling an online course to teach you how to use TikTok. It's very different. So this is where I think there's a lot of misconception, because people are so used to all the noise on the internet. They're saying, oh, well, so-and-so has all these followers and she must be doing well because she has like 25,000 followers on Instagram and she even has a podcast. It's like, but do you know how many clients she has and how much she's charging and if she's actually running a viable business? Just because someone might look popular, including myself, it's like, what I know is to do this deep level work, people have to really know you and you have to speak their language to have them attract to you, to literally know that, okay, the people that are right for my 9-week intensive are people that are, here, and here, meaning people who are just starting out and don't even have clarity and don't know what they want to do, but they want to start exploring it and get clear on their business, or people who've maybe have an idea and know what they want to do, but have no idea what to do first or next, and they just want to know the steps. Or the third for my program is someone who's maybe started and is finding they're not making enough consistent money and they don't know how to find clients consistently and they can't figure out what's wrong. Those are the 3 people I speak to. This tends to be people on the medicine path, people who are, on the psychedelic healing path, people who have a deeper level purpose, who have done maybe a lot of their own healing and integration work themselves, and maybe therapy, maybe they've done some trainings, but it's like, I'm not trying to speak to everybody who wants to grow their business. It would be impossible. Who I am trying to speak to is a particular group of people out there who want to grow a specific kind of business, who are willing to go into this amazing transformational portal for 9 weeks where you will transform as a human being, step into your leadership, feel more confidence about sharing your unique medicine, your truth, your voice, and you will have a business that is a viable business that you can go out there and get clients with. And that is the whole point. Very often, people end up getting clients in step number 1 or 2 inside of my 9-week program. And my goal is always to do what it takes to get my clients as fast as possible. So this is the fast way to grow your business. This is also the right way where you're really honing in on the root chakra of the business. That's why this episode is called Building Your Business from the Foundation, not from starting on TikTok, not from starting with ads, not from starting with a website. You will see if you start with these higher level things, meaning you don't even know what to say on TikTok, you don't even know what to publish on your website. You might invest $5,000 in a website and not even know who you're speaking to. And after a year or 2 years, realize you have no clients, even though you have a beautiful website. This is why it's so important to learn the proper steps to build your coaching, healing, underground, any kind of psychedelic business or spiritual business. Not all my clients have psychedelic businesses, but it's so important to learn how to build it the right way from the very beginning so that you have a long-term sustainable business that truly supports you. Not a little fly-by-night business where you only get a client once in a blue moon on Instagram if you're lucky. Then you're going to be making $13,000, $14,000 a year. That is not a business that will support you. That's called a hobby. There's nothing wrong with a hobby, but I am here to help spiritual entrepreneurs and psychedelic pioneers start, grow, and get clients in your business so that you can actually really help people and help create a greater transformation on planet Earth, because we need this now more than ever. The time is now to really step into your purpose. Know that when you have support from a coach, from a community, this 9-week program is taught inside of a live community, then you are going to be held on your journey, and it's much easier than winging it all by yourself. Trust me, having support is the fastest, easiest way. And if you get one client from all you learn in this program, the entire program pays for itself. What I always say is, do you trust yourself to help one human being on planet Earth? Do you think you can help one person who pays you money? Are you able to accept money from one person? If so, join us at You Are the Medicine 9-week intensive program. The doors are only open a few more days. Reach out to me if you have any questions. You can even book a phone call if you want to, find out a little bit more. But it's right here on the link. You can join us. It's an incredible group of people that are just dedicated to their soul's purpose and know that they're here to serve, even if they don't know what it is, or even if they've tried serving, they just want to serve on a higher level. So join us in this amazing community. I hope to see you then. Thank you so much for being here, and have a beautiful day. And thanks for the review. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you're feeling inspired, I'd appreciate it if you showed your love with a review. And check out my YouTube channel where you can find the video version of this podcast. You can also head to bethaweinstein.com to learn more about me and grab my free business growth trainings. Remember, you carry your own unique medicine, and your medicine is what we need for these times.